What's up, y'all? Welcome back to GTA Fix. It's your man, the Spaceman. Happy Friday, everybody. There's been a lot going on in GTA 6, and it's coming out. A lot of different things people are upset about, and rumors about this and about that have certain people heated, no physical disc media, things of that nature, and beyond. So I thought, let's delve into one of the cooler things revolving or surrounding GTA 6 that right now is only rumored. But when I heard this, and when I heard a little bit as much as the rumored details were about it, I just thought it was so great. And it seems like it's being overlooked by the community. So I put together a little presentation, and we're going to talk about these GTA 6 online mechanics that are way different than anything in the past that is rumored. So I want to say shout out to everybody. Thanks for sharing, subscribing. Please keep doing so. I'd appreciate it. And if you're gonna love this presentation, if you have, it's a small tiny channel, so if you happen to be one of those people lucky enough to have come across this video, you're really gonna love it. And actually, I'm really the lucky one because I got your view and I got your time, and I greatly appreciate it. So let's get straight to the point and right into it. I put this little presentation together. It's about Grand Theft Auto 6's online rumored mechanic. The title says Dynamic 96 Player World, but it's a bit more than that. So, yes, it is rumored that they'll have up to 96 people in a lobby. If we could even call it a lobby, we're going to get into why. And, the change from the current, I think, 30 or 32? But it goes a lot deeper than that, right? Let's get into it. Let's start the presentation. All right. Only a rumor, not confirmed by Rockstar. All information on this page comes from insider leaks, community reports, patents, and speculation. Nothing has been officially confirmed by Rockstar themselves. One key rumor: up to 96 players in one persistent world. Players around you change seamlessly as you travel the map of Leonida or Vice City Leonida, right? So, this is the difference. Traditional lobbies, right? You could see it on the screen, but I could just tell you off the top of the head. Traditional GTA 5 online lobbies is you go into a lobby, you have a list of players that are in your current world, up to 30 or 32, I forget the number. And when, no matter where you go on the map, as long as you're in that particular world, that lobby of players is going to be who is in your world, provided they stay in. Whether you go to Paleto Bay, whether you go down by the airport, left, right, up, down, no matter where you go, that world is still going to have those players. It is rumored that Grand Theft Auto 6 Online is going to turn the lobby system upside down, if not eliminate it altogether. Right? Now, this report gives problems with the current system. It says sometimes you'll have empty countrysides. Like basically you'll go to a part, it's totally empty. Now, if you're grinding and you're trying to make your money, sometimes that's a good thing. You want to look out for other people while you're trying to, get your, your special cargo shipment to where it's going. So you actually appreciate the empty countrysides, to tell the truth. But for wanting an enriched, realistic environment, I guess that's problematic. Empty countrysides, but crowded cities, right? Players consistently griefing each other. In that fixed system where it's 30, 32 people just all stuck in the same place. Good point. Sessions slowly die. Network strain increases as everyone affects everyone. Very good point. It would take a lot of bandwidth, a lot of network, I guess, to sustain 30, 32 people that are all interacting each other, and it never changes, and it's just them as long as they stay in that world, right? The rumored mechanic of the Grand Theft Auto 6 online experience. One persistent world, dynamic players around you. So you log in. Welcome to Leonida, right? This is you. Make it a little bigger. This is you right there. Looks a little sloppy. You, and let's say your friend or another person. Two people log in. You're in Vice City now. Now there's nearby players. When you first logged in, they weren't there, but you travel further into or to Vice City. Now there's 4 people. You travel 20 minutes north. You travel north, and 20 minutes later, look, now there's 5 people. There's someone else. There's other people that were not in your world 20 minutes ago or when you first logged in. Basically, the mechanic is rumored to be that instead of lobbies where you just log in and you have a fixed amount of players that's in that world, and people could log out and log in, but it's a fixed world with these amount of players. The rumored mechanic is that you'll be able to be on a certain place in the Leonida map, right? And you'll have a certain amount of certain players that are also in that world with you on that map. But as you travel, it's like you switch lobbies in a sense. Now there are different players. There's different players 20 minutes north from where you currently were. And the players that were in your place 20 minutes south ago or in the southern direction, they're no longer in your game session as you traveled north, unless they followed you or happen to have traveled north yourself. You go further up on the map, it's a different set of players. And the goal, according to this rumor, is they want to make this a seamless experience without having to switch lobbies or have a fixed lobby dynamic. No, they're trying to make it seamless where, just like in real life, you go somewhere else, you're going to be greeted and you're going to find new people. And the people that were where you once were are no longer there, right? You go deeper inland, more different people, right? You go to the mountains even further, and there are different people. That's the rumored mechanic. As you travel, players who are far away disappear, and new players are introduced around you. No loading screens, no changing lobbies, just a seamless living world, right? A little graphic of the example, how it would work. You're in South Vice City. You've got 32 nearby players. You head north. Now those 32 nearby players may not be there. Maybe some of them are still there, but some of them aren't, according to the distance that you went heading north. And now it's down to 24 players. A lot of them, if not all of them, totally different. You go inland. Now it's 19 players, up to 19 different players that are not part of the 24 when you were out in the outskirts, right? You go into the mountains, 28 nearby players, just a seamless change of players that you're interacting with. And that's an important detail because that fits into the 96 player in a session motif, right? Because it's not like GTA 5 where they're trying to cram 96 players in one lobby. No, they're talking about in the entire map of where you could traverse and have new players and then other players aren't in your world. They want to be able to support up to 96 players total to take on that experience, right? Why 96 players? Rumor says the current target is 64. This is an important distinction as well. According to reports, they made a goal of trying to support 64 players. But their ultimate goal, their aspirations, is 96. So take that with several grains of salt. When it comes out, we might only hit their target goal where it only supports 64, which will be about double the current sustainability of Grand Theft Auto 5 online, right? Now, this is not confirmed. It is an internal development target that could change, right? Why Rockstar would do this? The map of Leonida is expected to be massive and diverse. We know that. Map is huge. It's supposed to be bigger than ever as they always increase in size, right? Spreads players across the world more naturally. Yes, this will simulate real-world experiences. In the real world, we don't switch lobbies when we're greeted with new people. I mean, we can go into parallel dimensions and everything like that and rumors of string theory, but that's not what this video is about. But you get what I'm saying, right? Within this universe, they're trying to simulate, according to the rumor, they're trying to simulate the natural, seamless experience as one would experience as they travel. New people, and they don't see the old people, right? That were where they once were. It makes the world feel alive and unpredictable. Better performance by only fully simulating nearby players. That's an important one. So apparently this won't be as resource heavy as the current dynamic because You know how they say that how video games work, sandbox games, particularly the world renders as you take notice to it, right? So that's kind of the thing they're talking about here. Like, yeah, it'll be able to perform better because they're not trying to support the entire 64 player base, let's say. All they have to support for you as you're playing are those that's nearby you. So you may have like 12 people near you. And then as you travel west, you're going to be greeted with another 13, but it's not going to be heavy on the resources because now it'll use the resources for that 13, but no longer the 12 that were once there. You know what I mean? More realistic world simulation like real life travel. Absolutely. Now, here are some real world examples. I found this interesting of video games that currently do this either in total or aspects of this, right? I didn't even know this. Similar ideas exist in other online games. Now, some of you guys may know what these terms are. I'm not quite sure. A game called Star Citizen, they have server meshing. Leave it in the comments if you know how that translates, of what that means as far as the similar change that GTA 6 is rumored to be doing. The Division, a game I love, 1 and 2, and the portable, right? Retribution, Resurgence, I think. Yeah. Dark Zones. They say with the Dark Zones, they do something like that, right? Destiny 2, public areas, and Sea of Thieves, server migration. Interesting. So how the world feels more realistic. You're going to have different traffic and different NPCs and different players as you travel, right? Regional events will happen naturally, like a police chase that's downtown. That makes a lot of sense because if you get up out of Dodge and you can be able to escape the cops more efficiently, then they're not going to be in your world, so to speak, because you done left them south while you headed north somewhere. You know what I mean? And that might fit in. That might be able to counter this other rumor thing that I heard they're going to do. I don't know if I would guess they would do it with the online, but I think this is what they're going to do in the story mode. Some type of mechanic where when you get stars, it's going to be a lot harder to lose them. That as you get, as police are trying to apprehend you, there's people that'll be able to pull out their phones and remember your face. So then next time that you get in so-called trouble, they'll already have an example of who you are and you won't go off their radar. Like even if you lose the stars to a degree, you'll stay on their radar. Kind of like real life, because it's like, look, you're a menace in that town. They know who you are. You know what I mean? So it's going to be based on that. So this may be a way to mitigate that situation, if you will. If you could actually just get up out of there and literally not have to worry about them in your world, at least for the time being, until you get your ass back, back into the hot zone, right? Businesses and activities become regional. Not everyone's attacking the same thing. I'll have to mull on that, but that's cool. Not everyone is attacking the same thing. I guess it's not a crowded world where everyone is going to be focused on the same thing because everything's so much spread out. Nice. The world feels alive, not like a small box where everyone piles in. Exactly. Not like a 32 player lobby where everyone's in there shooting each other with oppressor MK2s, right? All right. The technology behind it, the rumor technology, how it might work. The map is divided into invisible regions. Your game only fully simulates players near you, and others exist elsewhere in Leonida, right? Like Region A, South Vice City will have 30 players. Region B in the North Coast will have another 25. Region C inland may have about 20. Region D in the mountains may have 30. And you experience these players as you travel around there. And I guess if those players also then move from their location to other locations, then they too will experience it, and that will decrease or increase the amount of players that are in those other places. You get it? Like a network that will just be dynamic and keep on changing as you traverse different parts of the map, you and everyone else that's in the sessions, right? They say that it should be less bandwidth usage, smoother performance, seamless transitions, and it feels like one persistent world, right? Benefits of this system: a massive world that stays populated. No more empty lobbies in the middle of nowhere. That's a cool one. Better performance and stability. More immersive and realistic worlds, as we've said a couple times already, right? New opportunities for regional events, factions, and activities. Now, here are some possible downsides and challenges. Friends could drift into different regions if you're not in groups. Now, I think a good fix for that issue with friends drifting into other regions and stuff like that, is kind of like in Grand Theft Auto 5 online. If someone works for you or if you're in the same crew or group, just have some system where as long as you're a part of that same group, let's say one group member is down south, the other group member goes up north, that if that southern member goes up north, they'll still be able to interact with them. Like, just have it where the overall session of the full 64 or 96 players, just make it where they will always be as close to each other. Because I mean, keep in mind, it's gonna be thousands. You could have like, I don't know, 1,000 different people playing at the same time. So if someone's up north, let's say there's 30 up north, yeah, another server is going to have another 30. Another server is going to have 12. Another server is going to have 15. You know what I mean? And then that could be repeated hundreds of times over as everyone's playing. So just make it that as long as you're in the same group, that you stay as close together as far as the overall game as possible. So even though you're separated, you're not going to see them. If you then travel north, you'll definitely see them because they're part of your group. They won't get lost in the shuffle of different servers. They'll still be part of your server, even if they're not currently populating the location that you're currently at, right? PvP rivalries are going to be harder to maintain over long distances. That could be a good thing. Because, I mean, like, if, all right, I mean, put it this way. If two players are really trying to get at each other, then no one's trying to run from anyone. So if it's a true player versus player, they're both getting busy and trying to clap each other and knock each other off their square, right? So most likely no one's going to dip off to somewhere else where that other player is no longer there. Now it could stop griefing, because if there's a player, he's not in the person's group or connected to them anyway, just another player that wants to grief another player, they're up north trying to grief him. Now that player could just, hey, I'm trying to handle my business. I ain't even trying to mess with you right now, homie. Now that player could go like southeast and just zoom, just get up out of Dodge. And if that other player isn't quick enough to capture them, boom, they no longer have to deal with that griefer, because now that griefer is nowhere near them. And if that griefer does go southwest, they might be in another server that's different from the one in which they were trying to grief, right? So I don't think that true PvP is going to be an issue, because, you know, you guys are going to definitely be head to head. You're going to go with each other. So no one's really going to like leave the area that the other one they're trying to take down is. You know what I mean? But it does help in griefing, I think. Community events, car meets, races will need dedicated instances. Fine, have a dedicated instance for community events. Make it more of a fixed system where they're together. Problem solved, right? Players might be confused by invisible transitions at first. I don't think so. I think everybody, you know, these guys are smart. First off, if you've never played in a GTA sandbox style game before, haven't played GTA 5 online, and this is your first experience, you're not going to get confused, because this is your frame of reference. You don't even know about the lobby system of the past, right? And if you're a veteran or you have played GTA 5 online, I don't see this being much of a transition. I think the good farly outweighs the bad. So far, I don't even see the bad. I don't see, what would they be confused about? I don't know. But maybe a couple people out there would be confused, but I highly doubt it, right? Now, here's a rating system of the credibility as far as the rumors circulating GTA Online 2.0 or GTA 6 Online, right? Having an online mode altogether, that GTA 6 will have an online mode, it gets 5 stars. It's almost a certainty. Yeah, they're hush-hush about it. I did a video as to why I believe they're not even mentioning online. Check some of my first or second video I did, or the one where I was giving a response to another big YouTube, or a big YouTuber, I'm not a big one yet, that was talking about GTA Online. Just check some past videos and you'll hear more about that. But it's an almost certainty that it's going to exist, right? Larger player counts than GTA 5. meaning in a server altogether, there will be over 32 players in these online sessions. That gets 4 out of 5 stars. Very plausible, but highly plausible, right? Because why wouldn't they expand and make it bigger than ever, right? You know what I mean? 64 player internal testing. 3 out of 5 stars. That's definitely in Rumorville right now. 96 player target, also 3 out of 5 stars, also rumored, right? Dynamic regional player swapping. The very thing that this video is about that we've just been talking about, also 3 out of 5 stars. It's speculative. Keep that in mind, guys. This is only rumored. I know it sounds dope. It sounds fire, but we take it with several grains of salt right now. It's speculative, right? No loading screens between regions. Rumored. Speculative and rumored might as well be the same thing. I'd put it in the same box, to be honest with you. I say one supports the other. If there is going to be dynamic regional player swapping, then I think they will do it where loading screens are highly minimalized or taken out altogether. I think if they do pull it off, it should be a seamless experience, because that'll be a big part of why they'd want to do that in the first place, right? Persistent MMO-like world, 2 out of 5 stars, also speculative. By that, I think they're saying, see, I'm not too familiar with a lot of MMO games, but the information I saw, they're saying that there's a lot of games, or there are MMO experiences that are currently utilizing this mechanic as of right now. A lot of you guys watching will probably know that better than I do, pardon me, right? So the big picture, instead of one static lobby with the same players from log in to log out, Grand Theft Auto 6 Online could let you inhabit a persistent version of Leonida where the players around you change naturally as you travel. It would be one of the biggest architectural changes to GTA Online in history. I agree with that assessment. So that's your presentation right now. Hopefully, in the upcoming months, after the release of Story Mode Grand Theft Auto 6, we hear more about online. I know everyone's going goo goo gaga over trailer number 3. I'd rather they dropped GTA 6 online trailer number 1. As far as I'm concerned, story mode information, I'll just wait to play the story. I don't even want to see any more cut scenes or anything like that. Surprise me. I'm the type of person, I watch a movie, I don't want to know anything. Just give me the plot. The type of movie I would like, all right, cool. Don't show me anything else. Let me watch it, right? I want to know about what's going on with the online. Drop trailer number 1 of Grand Theft Auto Online 2.0. Please. Right? So tell me what you think below. Thanks for giving me your time checking this. Thanks for subscribing, for liking, sharing. If you're new and you just saw this, please do so, as I will, get bigger and badder. I really appreciate y'all. Catch y'all later.